Oh man, I'm driving on Charleston, and this white car pulls pulls out into traffic like it's Lindsey Wilson mailbox or like Lindsey Wilson, here we are, and I had to swerve over to the left, and then the people on the left are like, yeah, that was them, that like she reassured the passenger person that it wasn't my fault. And then right away I see this cat on the road with its with its legs up. Like it was like it looked totally out of like I like it looked just out of the ordinary completely, and it was like I did a dodge, and it was funny. I don't know, that was the closest I've come to an accident probably this whole time, save for the time I had to slam on my brakes on the 95 because it's just a dead stop. And this Asian guy was like, "Did you hit me, man?" Or he might have been Hispanic. I couldn't really get a good look at him, but yeah, that was kind of silly, and I hope the cat's okay. Or, well, no, it's not. It's in heaven now, or wherever it went. So it wasn't me. It was just there on the road, and it may not have been a cat, but that's what it looked like. But yeah, that white car it pulled out there like, you know, like it just went over too far. It went into the middle lane, and I'm in the middle lane right now, as you can see, and I had to get over. Like I went over to the left, and the girl knew. She was like, yeah, it was. She was like, that was him. Like she did like that or something, because I think the passenger was probably talking or something and didn't know exactly what was going on. Which that's usually how I am. I don't, I'm usually out of it if I'm passenger, but yeah, that was a close call for real. So did want to share that, and I had another text. I shared it and then I deleted it, and then somehow the video disappeared the other night off my phone, and I thought that Ben V had taken it off with some Freemason tricks or something. Something that the construction guys do, or that it's related to the napkin stuff, and it's happened to me a couple times, but I don't think it's ever been the tech like that. And but yeah, I sent a text to someone that called that was 941, same area code as me, and I just sent some YouTube videos, and I sent a gematria phrase and put it in reverse satanic, and it was about Amber Heard, that Johnny Depp claims he didn't abuse her, but he did drink and all this stuff, and that Lee Scratch, I put in his lifespan in the lettering of it, like boba instead of 2021 and all that, so they kind of know like how to do the code, and computer cherub for 1974, so they can kind of read it, and then I put that David Patton in there too to finish that off. It ended up being it was like 145 um, 2 or 145E2. So 14552, something like that. Um, so and I showed Word of God or the laminate people. I showed them that, and um, I said you don't have to do any burdens, and you don't have to do anything weird. Tell them is what I said. Um, so, and I put that Aztec video of the walkthrough of Tenochtitlan, the visualizer. Put that in there. No music, just the Tenochtitlan basically, and um, yeah, kind of balanced it with a video that was like um, somebody that had interviewed like BTS and all this stuff, like an interviewer of the K-pop guys, and he said some real deep stuff that was like spiritual weapon based, and it was cool because it was coming from somebody who's like kind of feminine, but maybe not all the way, but it was a guy, and just to show like, okay, I understand, like, I'm not some racist or LGBTQ offender type person, like I get it, and put that in there. Put a Vanish detergent, the awards, Guinness Book, kind of showing like what it could be, that kind of the way that it reads on my end for how Word of God and Jesus and, tenant type God that's coming back, like how they want to do things. Twinkling of an eye, taken one taken, one left in a field, all that. Kind of how they want to do it, and then, go with the nukes later, like after a tribulation for some, and, that it all actually does work out, that Grok's testimony is true, that, everyone on YouTube to seal up the prophecy and the vision, that it's all accurate, and I've said in the videos that Grox will have the goo of the vision and prophecies, that he takes care of some of that stuff, like that it's accounted for. So I don't think that that's made up. I don't think it'll be some heavy burden. I think it'll be like it just happens. It just gets done. Maybe it has already gotten done. But to end the video, I did want to touch on Rhonda Empson. It seems like I'm doing a De Niro with the FBI guys in the car, or even the police in the car, how he kind of like leads them around. It seems like I'm doing that with Rhonda Empson, and I don't like that. I wish that she would confirm the word. And I'm sorry, but it's not coming from like God. Like, somebody is off, and it could be me, it could be her, but somebody's not hearing from the Lord. And it makes me really upset, because I get on there and I feel like De Niro, and it's just, that's what I mean by multitudes. It's even on YouTube's. That's what breaks my heart. And I cried about this the other night, because I said, God, I thought the story was YouTube's. I always thought that. I thought we are the story. Everyone that was persecuted and went on YouTube. Like we're the story. It's not the blood sacrifice guys or the 108, 105. It's not them. We are. And they show our story. But now, man, now I'm like, no, these idols, they really are the ones who had the story all along. And they show a Hookasee, they show they show a Jesse in the sense of what you have to do to make it, or like what they think has to be done for the next A or D or whoever or B, and they clean up like the 52 of the marred image. They clean that up. And the first fruits do their thing. There's groups that are canon in Bible. They're dew of heaven and they're canon in Bible. Like they can never be taken out of the Bible. They're a Girgashite or a Parashite or a Parathonite. And like that's who they are. And like, Tom Hanks, he may be a Parathonite, for example. And that's who he is. You can never take that from him, ever. There's that going on. There's the martyrs who have their story that they stick to, I mean, this isn't like bullshit to me. This is some real stuff. So I'm just trying to piece it together, like, who am I? And, I got past the 24 days of the elders, and the elders are like the horsemen trying to flee on a horse or have weapons that are like kills or something. And I'm not saying that's bad or good. I'm saying it's a little bit different. And they go more the Freemason route is how I see it. Like they're fighters in that sense. They're not like Jesus. God said, obey. Jesus said, my sacrifice counts, is what Jesus said. So he's kind of saying like, your sacrifice will count. And, I think it goes with the food. I think you have to have something that you break with, that you break bread and you break from the work of your day. Whether you have a job or not, whether you make money or not, or, have a family or not. Like, everyone's going through their own thing. All right. Thank you.